So where do we start? Of course, with education. Strangely enough, you know, in the 17th, 18th century, even in the United States, in the early 20th century, there was a lot of emphasis on cooperative education. There was a lot of beautiful initiatives where children learn together, a lot of interaction, they form groups, you know, with good students, with less good students, mentoring, all that kind. It was quite prevalent, but in the 1930s, 40s, it became much more individualistic, performance-based, and competitive. So of course, not everyone can be the first in the class. And on top of that, if you move to a more narcissistic society, then it's a big drama. You know, my child is the top of the world, my daughter is the queen, and how come she's now only number 25 among 40 children? No, she should be first. So, and also, you know, there's this kind of competition between children, the kind of, the whole spirit of the class is sort of degraded. So now there will be many initiatives to show practically that cooperative education, learning works much better. So what you do, you break the class. I mean, there are many. There's a jigsaw classroom, there are cooperative learning. So there's many great specialists who did wonderful things, and it works very well. So you break the class in small groups for, you know, several times a day, 5 or 6 kids. You mix genders, races, if there is mixed races, good and less good students, and they learn the lesson together, piece by piece. Each one gets a little bit, and they put their knowledge together. So there's 2 advantages. First of all, the less good ones are held by the other ones. There's no more competition. You work together. There's a very good emotional intimacy. There are better relations with the teacher, and even better academic performance. So what more do you want? So the whole atmosphere in the class is changing. Now you can also bring, you know, a little bit of mindfulness meditation, loving kindness meditation. That's what Richard Davidson is doing now in primary schools. I mean, preschoolers, 4 or 5 years old, and the 8 weeks program that give wonderful results of kids becoming much more pro-social, less conflict. They are very happy to do that. So there's so much we can do, and it's not actually, instead of increasing the budget as people always fear, it will save so much, because if you have less, you know, psychological problem, less tendency to violence, if you solve, you know, bullying, which is a huge problem. Now, if people become mentors instead of bullying, then of course you remedy to huge issues in the classroom. So, and then down the line, when they become teenagers, you will get much less violence. Actually, it was calculated that this kind of emotional intelligence and caring and loving kindness education could be saved 10 times, you know, the funds that will be then required to deal with drops out, juvenile delinquency, and you know, imprisonment and all that stuff that society has to pay for. So it's so much, the earlier the better. So that's a different type of education, and why not? It has shown that it works. You know, there have been studies on 100,000 kids to show that cooperative learning is the way to go.